Zack Cregger's take on Resident Evil has a lot of fans divided. We all knew that this was coming. A while back, Hollywood was saying that Zack was going to take on a new version that wasn't going to be based on the games. Actor Austin Abrams, whom you may recognize from Weapons, plays a medical courier who is caught up with everything happening around him. There are two reasons why I'm excited for this film. First, it comes without saying that it's going to be coming out during my birthday month, which is September. And second, it'll be featured in IMAX. The first time I watched Resident Evil was at the cinema in the UK. UK calls it cinema, meanwhile the US calls it theater. At that time, I couldn't believe that they had commercials before the previews, something that we actually have adapted now. After seeing this film, my friend and I was wondering if a part 2 would come out. Resident Evil 2 came out a few years later, and my sister and we went to the Dollar Theater to see it. This was a place in Matthews, North Carolina, where movies that have been out for a long time would go, and people would be able to see for a very low price. The theater was packed, which meant that the only seats available was up front. Comparing the second film to the first meant that the second film was a much more entertaining film than the previous entry. Resident Evil 3 is where they decided to try something different. They had Alice out in the desert with the other survivors from Resident Evil 2. While it isn't my favorite one, I will give them a nod for doing something different that is actually not related to the game. The villain in this film served as the main villain for Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. He was also someone who had made a lot of clones of Alice. Resident Evil 4 was special for a few reasons. 1. The band Tool was in charge of doing the soundtrack. 2nd, this film was in IMAX 3D and Real 3D as well as regular formats. During the time that this film was making its way to theaters, 3D was a popular format, which meant that people would choose this format depending on the film. Resident Evil 5 is where things didn't add up. The storyline was very confusing. Imagine that Alice never went through anything at all. What if she was married and had a child? Hollywood didn't even know how to continue with this franchise.
In the morning, I wake up feeling no pain. Long stretches, I get to remember it. Then I see my bed is empty on one
Then came Resident Evil 6, the final chapter. This movie is where my hope for the franchise was restored. Alice was getting ready to go head-on against all the major villains from the previous films. So what do you think about this new Resident Evil film that will come out in September? Surely enough, it has people talking. I'm certainly looking forward to it in IMAX. Also, if they continue with sequels, their biggest challenge will be to try to incorporate things from the games.
I close the curtain, sweating, shaking all over. Imagine you're here, I'm looking up at the door. I'm a better man with your love than without. Stuck in the cell, I may never